So I don't think we'll go to a break. I think we have our guests all mic'd up here. So I think what we'll do is we'll just go right over to Dwayne Adams. Dwayne, thank you so much for coming on the program.
Thank you for having me.
It's our pleasure.
And just in case Mike is watching.
Oh, he's watching.
We talked one time about me rowing the boat while he fished. Mike, I will row the boat. You can sit back and fish as much as you want.
I don't really understand how that works out, though, because I've always imagined rowing like as pretty...
Well, we're going to do a different boat for him.
Okay.
As long as I got the muscle, he could just sit back and relax and just throw his line out.
That's fine. I gotcha. So, Mike, Dwayne's going to row for you. That's fantastic. Now, the Delaware Pathways to Employment video that we watched, that featured you. Tell us a little bit how you got involved with that, how they reached out to you, and about Delaware Pathways to Employment.
Well, me being a client for Division for the Visually Impaired, when they was talking about putting this initiative together, basically it was the governor about 2 years ago. He wanted to do something to alert employers and people with disabilities that you can get employment or you can be self-employed. And as they started to put together the video, someone contacted them and said, hey, have you met Dwayne Adams? They said, no, you need to meet this gentleman. So that's where they met me, heard my story, and came out, did the filming for everything that took place.
So what has been the outcome of that? Tell me what's happened since this video has been around.
Well, the video was released at Breaking Barriers November the 12th. The governor came, I spoke, he spoke. Some of the people in the video were in attendance. There was about 71 people there. The video is going national. So they sent the video national. I received a call from Easter Seals, where I'll be speaking at Easter Seals in January. I also received a call from Washington, D.C. There's a lady working down there, and we have to see how things work out with that. So there's probably a lot of things that might continue from this video, but since it's the holiday, we don't know how it's going to go. But I already said when I spoke then that I'm more than willing to be an advocate to speak as far as wherever the video might go, as an owner of a business, as a person with a disability, to let them know that having a disability is not stopping you from employment. It's not stopping you from being self-employed. It's just employers need to look at the person and say, we can take a chance on you and it won't be a bad chance.
After what happened to you, can you give our viewers a little bit of background about how this happened with your eye?
Well, I was a shooting victim originally from Philadelphia. I'm a shooting victim sitting on the steps. I took a stray bullet in the left eye that's lodged behind the right. That's me legally blind in the right eye with the bullet behind and a prosthetic in the left with no sense of smell. And this was in 1998 when this happened. Since then, I went on to become a bronze medalist in the sport of rowing in Seville, Spain, awards from the NAACP, magazine, television interviews in the upper room. And it's been just a blessing, like my second life has been so much of a blessing. But out of that, I was saved for a reason, not just to run Breaking Barriers and help the youth with the violence and obesity, but also to help people with disabilities as far as employment, as far as even physically train them, because we want them also to come to Breaking Barriers and train. And Breaking Barriers also, anyone listening with a disability, you know someone with a disability, we're not bringing in the kind of money we want, but if you're interested, I suggest give us a call and come volunteer at Breaking Barriers. And as money comes in, then we can look at as far employing you with a disability, working at Breaking Barriers. If you have a disability, I could train you to be a trainer. If not, we have an office. We're office setting is set for anyone that can come in.
Don't you have computers in the back also?
Yes, we do. We have computers in the back.
Okay, go ahead.
So we do have an office space right next door to the facility. I'm not sure if I showed it to you or not.
I don't think so.
But we have 4 offices, conference room, kitchen. All that is set up separately so that it's not as noisy when everyone is training. But we do have reception areas, so someone can actually work for Breaking Barriers, answering the phone, taking messages, things of that type of nature that shows their skills. And then the people I've been involved with, they will enhance whatever they're doing to learn from me to put them out there on their own even better.
Now, Dwayne, in all the videos that I've seen about Breaking Barriers, I think maybe a couple times I've seen some kids who are chubby. Usually the kids I see are pretty much your average kids. Right. So do you have kids that are a little heavy?
Yes, we do. When you see the picture with the average kid, even though they might be average, they're not in shape.
Right.
They're still winded, they're still exhausted, because the workout is a good workout.
Tell me, but I saw it, Dwayne. I saw it.
With the kids that's a little chubby or obese, whatever it might be, the thing about that is is more conversation that has to take place. You have to motivate them mentally, because the first thing happens is when they get tired, they want to go back to video games on the sofa, eating junk, things of that type nature. So you need to motivate them to, I can do this, I can go back again, I can continue to do this. So right now, Breaking Barriers is talking to 2 different schools that's very, very interested in bringing their kids on. Some of the kids were out of shape. So hopefully we can do this before the start of the New Year's. If not, we'll do it in the New Year's.
And how much does it cost? Oh, do you want to talk about that or no?
Well, the cost, basically, I would like it to be free, because
Right.
you do have kids that walk off the street. I still have bills to pay.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I talk, I always say, we need funding, and we do, just like any other organization. But we work things out with the school or the organization, depending on how many kids is coming in, and we work out what's ever in their budget and what's agreeable to us. And that way we can come to a mutual agreement on the funding. It's not, I don't get paid what it's worth to get paid.
Right.
But as long as something comes in the door, we say our prayers, the Lord makes a way. So
He will. He certainly will.
Yes.
Now, one thing you touched upon that struck a chord was, you know, they can come to Breaking Barriers, they can work with you, they can talk with you, but then they go home and there's a behavior that they're used to. They're used to takeout pizza. They're used to eating junk food with their friends.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something you address also while the young people are there at Breaking Barriers? They're eating and nutrition.
it is, but also Breaking Barriers has set up a structure where adults can come in and train. So the whole concept besides that is getting the parents in training, because the parents are doing the actual shopping.
Mm-hmm.
So we get the parents training and understanding that they have to eat healthier. It might change the household eating structure, and if it does that, then you have the kid eating healthy along with the parent. And eating healthy gives different attitudes. You eat this junk, it makes you feel
Right.
So that's one of the goals we try to do. And with the parents, we have a fee of $75 a month. They can come into any one of the classes that any of my trainers offer at any time. So if we have a class 8 o'clock Saturday morning that I do, anyone want to come in 8 in the morning, they're going to get a real intense class. We have a class at 5:30 on the weekdays, they can come in. For your $75, we are tax exempt. So at the end of the year, we can give you a receipt on what you donated to Breaking Barriers for your tax purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So that helps them out, but along the way it helps Breaking Barriers.
Okay. Was there anything else you wanted to make sure we talked about since we're together?
I really think that Wilmington, look Dwayne Adams up. I'm here with an organization that can benefit our youth with obesity, with the violence. I can work with seniors because we can adapt to that. We can work with people with disabilities as far as hiring them or having them train at our facility. All of this is from my heart and the blessing that the Lord did when He saved me. So I ask people, when I ask for funding or support for Breaking Barriers, look at the person here talking to you and what's inside of them. Look at my mission and my drive. I can definitely do this, and I have done it, but I need help. And that help will help me to help others throughout Delaware and wherever this might go.
Really. Thank you very much, Dwayne. It was a pleasure seeing you again.
Thank you for having me.
And I'll share that information with you about the painting.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
At home, I'm going to ask you to stay tuned. We'll be right back with Visions Women's Ministry. Please.